Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video. And so today we are continuing on with some special quests that we have here all across Norvront. So these quests are actually a very special set of side quests that you can do in certain areas, certain locations to get a nice big storyline out of it. And it's nothing really big, but I thought, what the hell. So here we are back in Kholusia, about to continue on with the first set of quests. And this first one is going to be starting off with Village of Woe. Excuse me, but you're the Lady Alphino was traveling with, aren't you? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. Ah, Claire, how lovely to meet you. My name is Ulysses, and I'm the acting village mayor. I was hoping someone of your talents would pass through right before long. The thing is, I need to visit someone up at Stonegazer, but I'm afraid to walk the path alone. Do you think you could provide an escort? My thanks. I just couldn't bring myself to ask one of the villagers. You see, there was an incident a while back where a veteran band of hunters was badly mauled. Simply mentioning that it's unsafe to wander outside the village these days would be enough to bring back memories of that grisly scene, which is why it's been so difficult to even bring up the subject. But such does not change the fact that the roads are indeed dangerous. Pray meet me on the path to the north, and be prepared to fend off the wildlife. Really makes you wonder how anyone gets anything done around these parts. Generally, if you stick on the path, then you don't need to worry about being attacked. Okay, so we're just going to be finishing this off. So this first series of quests is going to be taking place down here below the cliffs. The second parts are going to be taking place upside the cliff. And then there's going to be like one long final quest that kind of combines the two storylines. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And wow, that bird is huge. You'd think that would be enough to like feed the whole village for a week or something. What did I tell you? I was barely 10 steps out of the village. Come, let us hurry along before more predators have a chance to gather. You'd think that these things would make natural resources. I mean, come on, we have giant birds the size of people that would feed you for a week. We got those giant moving trees that would be used for really good firewood. Salwook, I think his name is. And he seems depressed. Thank you for the escort, Claire. This is the gentleman I wish to speak with, so we needn't go any further. Luke. Are you wandering around by yourself out here? You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the borders of the village. Well, if it isn't Clifto's little girl. Something I can do for you, lass. Yes, sir. I came for an answer for my proposal from the other day. Have you given any thoughts to taking over as village mayor? I'm doing the best I can in the interim, but I have neither the age nor the wisdom to continue in the role, and the rest of the villagers agree with me. I'm fairly sure I said you nay once already. But seeing as you found a guard just so you could come and talk to me, then mayhap I will consider the idea, in exchange for a few small tasks. You will? Please, just tell me what I need to do. My friend, Clifto, your dear father, was looking for a sickle to cut some rope. Would you mind skipping back to the village and borrowing one for me? Why would you... I mean, a sickle, was it? For cutting rope? That shouldn't be too difficult. I had only meant to ask you along for one trip, but if I'm to complete these tasks, would you be willing to indulge me a while longer? Very interesting. It's a wonder that anyone ever bothers to leave the village without scared on the roads they are. At least there aren't any sin eaters around anymore. Good day to you, young Elis. You look a little flustered, dear. Was there something I could help you with? And a good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping to borrow a sickle. Is that all? Here, you can take this one. I've several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing a spot of harvesting, are you? My thanks. It's not for me exactly. I was asked to bring one for my father. Your father? Shadow, save me. Forgive me, if you were to accompany me in these tasks, then you deserve to know the whole story. It was my father, Clifton, who was the former mayor of Wright. And the incident I spoke of earlier was something that happened a year ago. One day, a stray sin eater came prowling about and slaughtered nearly half the village. It was a waking nightmare. Some of the villagers blamed my father. They said it was because he refused to accept the protection of Yulmore. The sheer scale of the tragedy and the accusations that followed wore away at his conscience, until finally he could bear the guilt no longer. He hung himself. Selwig, the old man we spoke to, was his closest friend, but considering how he worded his request, it seems he's reluctant to accept the fact of my father's death. Still, I would see this task to its end. Let's bring him back his sickle, shall we? Man, that's dark. In case you're wondering, they're talking about Daikaioze, or the Sin Eater that Brandon became. Selwig, sir, we brought the sickle you asked for. Oh, good, good. Well, Clifton will be glad to see this. Oh, sir. Thank you for staying with me, Claire. This might be harder than I expected. Yeah, that's darker than I expected. Okay, had to skip a little bit ahead. That's okay. Was doing some leveling. But we're about to go on with the second part of the quest, which is called Talos Interrupted. Euless appears ready to accept Saluk's next task. I'm grateful to have you with me, Claire. Thank you again. Saluk, sir, I believe you had more tasks for me? Still here, are you? Yes, tasks. There's a Talos of mine that's taken far too long to make its return. Probably busy tussling with some dim-witted predator. Go and see how it fares, and chase off anything slowing it down. But all the... Oh, you mean that Talos? Pray follow my lead, Claire. We'll find the Talos in question to the northwest of here, and I've no doubt there'll be dim-witted predators aplenty for you to deal with. I don't think that guy is completely all there in the head, or he's just so deep in denial that it's really not healthy for him, basically. But hey, what can you do? Here's the Talos Luke was talking about. I think something made a nest in there. Oh yeah, looks like it. I like this Talos. It's not attacking me like the ones up on the cliff do. So we just have some squirrels. Really? Even the squirrels in this world are tough? Yeah. Alright, so we took care of that. We took care of the two squirrels living in the crotch of that thing. Phew, I'm glad you were here. They must have burrowed deep within the plates. I know Saluk implied the Talos was still moving, but as you can see... Once upon a time, there'd be a line of these contraptions hauling materials down to the shipyard, step by ponderous step, which incidentally is how the slow road supposedly earned its name. But after Daedalus Stoneworks closed down some 15 summers ago, there was no one left to make or maintain their creations. One by one, the Talos slowly fell into disrepair. This particular worker was damaged during the Stray Eater rampage, and it hasn't shifted an ailment ever since. It was always Sad Luke's favorite. Come, let us make our report. Yeah, someone's clearly living in the past and can't let go over what happened to his friend. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. I know that's an old joke, but hey, could not help myself. Saluk, sir. Claire has cleared away the pests who were bothering your Talos. They should be left alone for the time being. Excellent news. But I expect he'll need a good polishing when he returns. The most troublesome ones are often the most endearing, eh? Oh, sir. You've done me a fine service. Thank you. Indeed. Thank you, Claire. I could never have fought such creatures myself. If I might impose upon you for the next task as well. Okay, so the next one is called the Cape in Bloom. Ooh, it looks like a fate's coming. Alright, be right back. Alright, back again. I know I keep cutting in and out, can't help it, but here we are, about to go on to the next one. The Cape in Bloom. Ilwiz appears determined to complete the last of Saluk's tasks. Thank you again for staying. I honestly could not do this without you. Saluk, sir, were there any other tasks you had for us? Just the last one. I want you to gather some pretty flowers from the split hall as a gift for my darling wife. She went out for her usual walk, but has not yet deigned to come home. I fear I may have said something to sour her mood. I understand. We shall gather a lovely bouquet for her then. Well, Claire, will you accompany me to the Cape for some flower picking? Okay, this is really starting to depress me, this guy is. Because I have a feeling that his wife is not here either. Man, that really is depressing.
This is almost pleasant, isn't it? Aside from the aggressive wildlife, of course. I should tell you about Saint-Luc's wife. She was killed in the Eater incident, although I imagined you already suspected as much. They made such a sweet couple. Every day they would walk up this cape hand in hand, and she would gaze out over the flowers with this warm, contented smile. Saint-Luc himself had some training as a warrior. He would guard her as if she were a princess, and he her gallant knight.
I'm sorry. It's just... Yeah, I'm worried about this guy being able to serve as a mayor, because if he's not in his right mind, or he's just so far in denial of all the bad things that happen, I mean...
That they are, and simply having someone there to share the grief can be enough to carry us through another day. It has been but a year, and we are all still suffering. Some seek to bury the misery beneath cheery faces, and others are yet trapped in the memories of the past. Saint-Luc, I fear, is one of the latter. But if a bouquet of flowers is what it takes to help him work through his sadness, then I will pick every bloom from this cape. Will you give me a hand to find some of the prettier flowers? Pray think of us as a tribute to the deceased.
We just have to avoid, like, the vultures stalking us here. Oh, didn't see her there.
Choose the ones with the brightest petals. Those are the kind she loved best, I think. Let's see what we have.
A vibrantly colored flower picked from the split hole.
Yes, these are beautiful. Thank you. Saint-Luc will be pleased. Let's take them back to Stonegazer before they get crushed in some scuffle.
I'm starting to think you don't trust us here, or that you're just expecting something bad to happen. Okay. Ooh, the shipyard. Oh, look! We have Talos here helping out. That's right, Daedalus Stoneworks is back in action.
We made it, and the flowers are none the worse for wear.
Yeah, but I really don't think that we should be indulging him in this little fantasy of his.
Saint-Luc, Claire and I have returned with a bouquet for your wife.
Ah, splendid, thank you. Now perhaps she will come. She'll come back to... Sir. Ulysses, forgive me. I have asked such cruel things of you. And I must apologize to you as well, Claire. My beloved wife, my dear neighbors, so many gone. After it happened, despair became my only company. I could not even save my closest friend when his torment was plain for all to see. I could never forgive myself. And so I embraced this delusion, thinking that maybe if I had tried hard enough, if I truly believed they were all still alive, that the events of that day would fade away like the nightmare it was. But I succeeded only in hurting those around me.
I understand why you did what you did, sir. Truly I do.
You always were such a sweet child. I will place the flowers you brought on her grave. She would have loved them. As for me assuming the role of mayor, I'm sorry, but I cannot give you a decision just yet.
Take as long as you need. In fact, I might need a little more time to recover myself. Claire, if you could give me a moment or two?
Aww, that's sad. Well, we got one left, it looks like. Yep, here we go. Right for the job. Euless awaits a decision from Luke. Sorry. We'll just call him Luke, sorry.
Thank you for your patience, Claire. Luke still appears to be wrestling with his thoughts, but perhaps we could help him come to a decision. Sir, I don't mean to press you, but might you have arrived at an answer to my proposal?
Not exactly, no. There was another matter I have yet to reconcile.
Would you mind sharing this matter with us?
Well, it goes back to the days that the Eater attacked the village. I was taking my turn as lookout here at Stonegazer.
It's a duty we take very seriously. They say when the tower was originally built, in the time before the flood, they were worried about dwarves and mountain bandits, but these days...
Yes, there is far worse prowling about. I failed to spot it. The Sin Eater which came that day did not appear as other monstrosities I have seen. From a distance, it simply looked like a person. I wanted to be sure before I rang the warning bell, but I waited too long. Many who could have fled died because of my hesitation. How could a man of such faulty judgment ever serve you as mayor? What comfort can I offer those whose loved ones were needlessly slain? None. Not while the abomination itself still roams free to kill again. Well, that's not exactly true. I mean, we took care of him a while ago. You and grandson killed it? You slew Daikaioze? Then vengeance has been done. I thank you. Right, thanks you.
I can scarce believe it. You avenged the souls of our people, of my father, and here I've been dragging you across the countryside like a common guardsman. Well, sir, you've heard Claire's words. Talk of vengeance aside, I do not believe the villagers, either living or dead, hold you responsible for the actions for that monster. And yet I cannot fault you for wanting to remain distant. Pray forgive me for pestering you so.
Nay, 'tis I who should be begged for forgiveness. Though you've lost as much as anyone, I let you shoulder the burden of leadership alone.
All will be well with you back among us again. Come, let us return to the village. As I said, it's unsafe to linger out here for long. Claire, one last escort back to Wright, if you would.
Okay, so I guess we should have just mentioned this before, but to be fair, they didn't mention it was Daikaioze who attacked. If they had, we probably would have told them the whole thing and saved us a lot of trouble.
My thanks for your protection, Claire, not to mention your unfailing patience. It is my hope that now Luke has unburdened his mind to us, his heart will be the tiniest bit lighter. I, for one, feel ready to face another day. After all, I have my friends and neighbors here to help me face it. There was one last thing I wanted to show both you and Luke. It has to do with Wright's traditional industry, if you were interested in taking a look. Oh, good. I was worried you had enough of me.
Well, I do, but hey, I mean, why not?
My last errand for you, then, will be to have a word with Luke and bring him to the barley fields at the front of the village. I'll be there tending to the crops until you arrive.
Alright, let's find him. Oh, Claire, I am grateful for your understanding. And the flowers you brought. My wife should have been very much approved of the selection. Now, there was something you wished to discuss with me? And Eloise wants me there as well, does she? You'd best head over to the fields then.
This is what I wanted to show you. This barley crop right here.
Yeah, things are finally growing again. This was your father's plot, wasn't it? You even tended to it in his absence?
Every single day. I wanted to see his plans come true.
His plans?
Yes, he dreamed of restoring things to how the history books said they once were, before the flood ruined everything. Our village has long been known as a place of artisans. Even the name Wright is a nod to all the craftsmen that once made their homes here. In years gone by, it said a line of Talos would stretch down the road, arms bearing lumber, and the shipyard would echo with the calls of shipwrights hard at work. And when the day was done, they would gather here to share an ale in the village. My father, he hoped to brew that traditional Wright ale with the barley from this crop, to one day tap a barrel with his family and dear friends and raise a toast to the future. Salut, Claire. Will you raise a mug with me when that day comes?
Of course I will. Yeah, that sounds good to me. But my dear girl, the land does not nourish the crop as it once did. I feel it'll be some time ere you have the barley fit for the ale you have in mind. In the meantime, will you help me with the rest of Cliftoll's plans?
The rest?
He wanted things the way they once were, did he not? Then we must first recover from the tragedy which was visited upon us. There's no simple solution, but I mean to do what I can to lead our community out of this mire of pain and grief. Aww. Assuming you are still willing to let me as mayor.
Yes, of course, sir. Thank you.
I was set to live out the rest of my life in denial. But you and Eloise have opened my eyes to this old fool to what needs to be done. And for that, you have my many thanks. Now, I had best get to work. I have folk to talk to and plans to make. When you're finished here, Eloise, I should appreciate your assistance. Aww. Okay, so it's not much, it's small, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Okay, let's see what she has to say.
Well, Claire, I think this is where we finally part ways. Thank you again for all you have done for us.
Oh, no mention it.
The people of Wright will go on, even under the weight of our sorrow. It might not happen this day or the next, but together we'll find ways to make things better, to recapture the prosperity the village once had. I look forward to when you next visit. With any luck, I'll be waiting to put a frothing mug of Wright's brewed ale in your hand.
Okay, that's so nice. So that's part one of the little story complete, but let's move on to the next half up the cliffs. Hello everyone, I'm back. So we moved on to the second part of the series of quests, which is actually taking place here in Tomra. Right here on the very edge of the little dwarven village. It's so cute here, I can't help it. So this next quest is actually going to be accepted here from a disagreeable dwarf. Well, scruff my helm if it ain't that trouble we've been hearing about. And the others had more than a few things to say. I'd best be giving you a proper welcome then, eh? The hi-ho! Just do what he says, Claire. It's probably your safest bet. Now that's what I like to see. A hi-ho straight from the heart. I wish my own boy would put a bit more effort into his Lahai and his hoes. He's always busy filling with that damn automata. No time for swapping words with folk of flesh and blood. Every dwarf knows that a Lahai-ho gets a Lahai-ho, or you're asking to become an outcast. A mother does worry, she does. Oh, it's a girl, sorry.
And that's only half of it. I know it's just a stage all lads go through, but the little bugger has to argue with every word I say. Oh, I've just had the most clever idea. He'll not listen to me or other villagers, but maybe, just maybe, curiosity for a stranger will win out over that sour attitude of his. Worth a try, don't you think? Please, befriend my son, run it. Just get him used to giving a proper greeting, that's all I ask. And I tell you, he really is a marvel with automata. If you end up getting along, he might even show you a few of his stranger contraptions.
Alright. Yeah, you can tell she's kind of like a helicopter parent. I mean, I myself am very antisocial and an introvert, so I understand poor Ronit's decision to want to be kind of left alone. Odd. I swear I was just holding it. What are you staring at, eh? Clear off!
Ronit! Look, we've got a visitor! Why don't you say hello?
Who are you then? What? You got something to say to me? Lahai-ho. Oh, you know our greeting. Lahai... Stupid.
Oh, Ronit, my lad. You can do better than that. Heads up, eyes front, no need to be shy.
I'm not being shy, I'm stoic.
Yes, dear, if you say so. Now, Ronit, is everything else all right? You seem to be looking for something.
Oh no, it's just, I sorta lost my hammer.
You what? Of all the irresponsible, careless, foolish!
Yeah, it's just a hammer, unless I know what I think it is.
Ronit's hammer has been in the family for generations. It's a priceless heirloom that once belonged to Watts, the blacksmith of legend himself. Well, what are you standing around for, boy? Find that hammer. We will do what we can do to help.
Yeah, you better listen to your mom, kid. She's gonna eat you alive. Speaks from experience.
Right, why don't you have a chat with some villagers for me and ask if they've seen Ronit's hammer. Just remember your dwarven manners and all will be well.
Alright. Oh, so many quests, so little time. I got like 100 things I need to do here. Oh well. You want words with me then? Give a dwarven greeting. Well, they wouldn't understand an Eorzean greeting. Oh, that's a fine Lahai-ho you got there, lass. I like you. Ronit? Ah, that sulky sprout's lost old Watts' hammer, has he? Well, lucky for him, I believe yon gentle dwarf picked it up. Time I was getting back to work then. Good day to you, stranger. Really? Yonder dwarf found it. Who's yonder dwarf? I can't tell. Ugh. So many quests, I can't tell. It's gotta be around here. Some stones. Nah. There we go. Finally, I couldn't see them because the building was blocking the way. You talking to me? Give a dwarven greeting. What's this? A perfect hi-ho? You're no ordinary traveler, I see. The hammer I picked up? I reckon I would hand it over to the elder for safekeeping. You're saying it belongs to young Ronnet? Well, he can be a touch shouty, that boy. Do you think you could take it back to him for me? Oh, okay. That's my part done then. Wonder why they were so nervous. Oh well. Let's go return it to Ronnet. So he's outside the village. Where is he? There he is. Well now, what's that you got there? Huh? Why are you still here? Okay, Wat's hammer. Though technically Ronnet's hammer, this priceless family heirloom first belonged to Want, a legendary dwarven blacksmith. Well. Would you look at that? You see, Ronnet, give the right and proper greeting, and folk be glad to share a bit of kindness. Could be that you've a thing or two to learn from Claire here. Huh? You lecturing me again? Maybe you're not such a bad sort. I'll just put the hammer in a safe place somewhere. I mean to be a famous smithy myself someday, so I best not lose it again. I'll leave it to you then. I know my boy's not the easiest to get along with, Claire, but he could sure use a friend like you. I don't need a friend. I don't need anyone. Oh boy, kid. Stop lying to yourself. Well, we're not going to be friends or anything, understand? But you can stay around a little longer if you want. So, now what? Alright, so that's one part of the quest down. Let's continue on to the next one. Hi everyone, back again. Okay, so the next quest is going to continue on where we left off with Almost a Friend. Ronnet seems surprised to see you still around. Yeah, I don't know why we tend to stick around until we know that an area is completely done. You're staying about then. Not that I care. But since you're here, I might as well show you one of my favorite automata. I present to you the invincible, the unstoppable, Megasonic Frog Boy! He looked just like the others to me. He might not look much different to the other models, but I've upgraded him with some new features I invented. Behold! The hi-ho! The hi-ho! You only need one la. You need only one la. Well, pretty amazing, huh? Yeah, so you basically invented a recorder. That's pretty cool. Hey, what's that look for? Oh, I see. You're thinking he can greet some overgrown toy just fine, but he's too scared to talk to actual people. You just don't understand me. Oh no, I get it. Believe me, I get it. Buzz, you don't understand me. And then it goes rolling off. I've got bigger things to worry about than minding my manners. You help me out with my stuff, though, and maybe I'll forgive you for underestimating me. Just this one time, though. Aww. He's definitely lonely. So, I need you to take this coal to Exmu. She's one of the village elders, and her automaton is due for some fuel. Alright. There's no need to be so sour about it. To be honest, though, he is much more polite than a lot of people I've been forced to help out recently. So let's go find this lady. She said it was a lady, so we're just going to assume it's a girl's voice that we're doing.
La-hi-ho! You must be the visitor Exmont was talking about. What can this old lady do for you? Oh, a little errand for Ronit, are you? That's nice. I can't get around like I used to, what with this bent back of mine. Would you mind feeding that coal straight to the diligent sprite there? Okay, cobalt coal. This blue streak coal serves as fuel for various cloven contraptions. Poured the lots in, have you? Thank you, dear. You're as kind as our Ronit. When he heard how my back was giving me trouble, that fine young lad went and hammered together my oddly named helper here. Hardly a day goes by when he doesn't stop past his seeds working properly. Aye, he's a surely boy, but his heart's in the right place. It's just a pity he handles his failures with frustration. If he's persevered with his greetings instead of lashing out, I'm sure he'd be capable of a lovely la-hi-ho. Actually, I'm surprised he even asked you to bring me my fuel. I've never known him to do that before, not with anyone. I have a feeling you'll be the one to get through to him last, so be patient, if you can. Thank you again for the delivery.
It's so nice when people are nice to you. I work in customer retail, unfortunately, right now, and I gotta say, if you're rude to the workers here, the employees, we don't want to help you. Just a straight bit of advice. You delivered the coal to Exmund, then? Wait, she didn't say anything strange about me, did she? Anyway, thanks for the help. Maybe you and I can be friends after all. Maybe, I said. Aw, he really is a nice guy once you get to know him. Okay, Ron appears to be appraising his relationship with you. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Oh, so, this means we're friends now, right? Well, you got a long way to go before understanding what that means, but sure. That's good then. It's just, I've never had a friend before. I'm not sure where to go from here. I was wondering, though, why did my mother bring you to see me? Was it all her idea? Is that why you're being so nice to me? Guess even if it was true, you're no less of a good sort for agreeing to it. I know my mother worries about me being alone all the time, but I can't even talk to her without getting defensive. How could she expect me to get along with anyone else? You met a lot of folk on your travels, haven't you? If you've some tricks to help me talk to other villagers, I like to hear them. You know, this might be the longest conversation I've had in a good while. Must be because we're friends now, eh? Well, they're both pretty much the same thing, so why don't we work on your greetings? Aye, in that case, I will need your help after all. I don't think I could stand to have anyone else watching over me. You do have one of the best la-hi-hos I've seen, so with you guiding me, maybe I've got a chance to improve. But I can't skip straight to greeting people, and spending time on my automata is what caused me problems in the first place. No, my only option now is monsters, preferably ones that shape like person. Come on then, I'm off to find me a practice partner. Really? That's your idea? Go out, find a person-shaped monster and just hope it works out? Well, okay, I mean, there's the Talos. I'm sure if we find a Talos we can talk to. Okay. Not that I don't understand. I really do get where he's coming from. It's so much easier talking to someone when you're not talking to them face to face. Oh, well that's a smaller Talos right there.
That twitchy lad there should do the trick. As long as I don't make myself a threat, he shouldn't have a reason to attack us.
Hey, you there! Two legs! Look at me when I'm talking to you! Wait, that's not right. The greeting! Gotta practice the greeting. Lahai. Oh, my hands are shaking. Lahai. Hey, you dumb lump of useless golem garbage! Oops. I didn't mean it! I take back that garbage bit! What? I think that's the sound you make. Ah, that was not part of the plan! And then it chases him. Well, you can't blame the guy after you insulting him like that, Ronnet. You deserve that. Alright, let's go save him. I honestly can't tell. Is this Talos smaller than the others, or are they like pretty much the same size? I mean, it looks smaller. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. Okay, Ron, did you learn your lesson? I'm sorry, I made a mess of things. Oh, damn it all to the deepest mine shaft! Why? Why can't I do it? I'm a bloody dwarf, ain't I? Ron has fled in his frustration. Perhaps he needs a friend to rally his spirits. Okay, let's go. Oh! Was not expecting this one, but I always like this one. So where, oh where did our little dwarf friend go? There he is. Alright, let's talk for a minute, buddy. I'll never be a proper dwarf. Oh, jeez. So you can't greet people. That doesn't mean you're not a dwarf. Better yet, you're a Lala. You came after me? You really are a kind soul, aren't you? I'm still kind of a prickly sort, but I do dream of helping the other villagers with my smithing skills, just like the Great Watts did.
It's just that I've spent my whole life tinkering with automatons instead of learning how to speak to folk. I've always been awkward.
And that got worse when I realized people were avoiding me. It made me angry, made me throw up walls and shut others out. And it wasn't long before no one would come anywhere near me. Oh, I so understand him. Soon you'll have to leave too, and then I'll be all alone again. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, there are people out there to give you a chance, but I think the problem is you're overthinking the greeting. Just put your heart into it. You're still trying to help me? Maybe you're right. Clumsy the hi-ho was what lets folks know I'm open to being friendly. Might be better than no hi-ho at no. Right, my mind's made up. I can do this. Be the dwarf I need to be. You'll be there with me though, right? Of course, we'll be with you. Okay, so I think this might be the last one. Oh yeah, so this is also where we learn to Lahai-Ho. Okay, so learning to Lahai-Ho. Ron is ready to return to Tomra. Alright, I'm back. That was fun. Alright, so I had to take care of something, but here I am with learning to Lahai-Ho. We're going to learn how to Lahai-Ho ourselves here, and Ron is ready to return to Tomra. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm going back into the village to give them my best Lahai-Ho. You are coming with me, ain't you? Good. I'll start with one of the friendlier folks. Here we go. Alright, let's go after him before he does something stupid. Oh, if only he was real. Ronnet, I'd be your friend. Alright, Bowl Townsdwarf. What can I do for you, lass? Hi. Ah! Heathen! Hobgoblins, Ronnet, are you mad at me or something? And he runs off in terror. Oh, I can't give up. Maybe someone quieter. Gently now. I mean, he's trying. That's the important thing here. He's really trying to give it his all. Probably not the best one. What do you want with me? Eek! I give it back, Rhonda, I swear. I don't have your hammer. My nerves keep getting the best of me. Maybe I should just stick to Automata. That won't fix anything. No, I can do this. I'll not let you down after all you've done for me. What did we do for you? I mean, we just kind of followed you around. That's it. Alright, let's try again. Oh, look! He's speaking with Exmoot. She's probably the best option here. Yes, dear? Oh, cutscene, yay! Hello, young Ronets. Was there something you needed? You can do it, Ronets! Hi-ho! Okay, we have other people watching us now. You'd think there was something serious. The hi-ho! Oh wow, that was a loud one, huh? Well, he did it! That's what matters! The hi-ho! Now that's what I call a greeting, dear. Well done! I've never heard a hi-ho like that before, Ronnet. You damn near knocked me off my feet. I almost thought you were gonna strangle Exmoot there. How ridiculous. Our Ronnet would never do such a thing. He's a bit excitable, I'll grant you, but those angry words don't speak for his sweetheart. Who do you think dreamed up and built my helpful automaton here? It's even strong enough to carry me should I need it. Now, Ronnet, you've shown what you can do. How about you give a nice greeting to these good folk as well? Hi-ho! Hi-ho, Ronnet! I fear I may have misjudged you. Hi ho! Good greeting to so reassuring. And there I thought you didn't like me. Nor me. If you have the time, I'd like to see the plans for that helper you built. An automaton strong enough to carry a full-grown dwarf? Incredible! Of course, I don't dislike any of you, and I'll be glad to share how I built my inventions. That's a promise then. We'll be seeing you, Ronit. Wow. I really wish it was that easy to make friends in life. Or maybe it is easy and I just am not good at it. I can't believe it. Good for you, dear. I think a little gratitude towards your friend here might be in order, Now, if you'll excuse me, this old lady has things to do and nary enough time to do them in. I like her. Yeah, I think she helped a lot there. Did you see that? I greeted people properly, and they greeted me back. Folk wanted to talk to me for the first time in my life, and it's all thanks to you. Oh, you have to come and meet my mother again, so I can introduce her to my friend. Okay. I'm sure that would make her happy. I've never felt so happy. Oh, hello, you two. The hi-ho. The hi-ho. Well, polish my helm and shine my horns. Ronit, you've learned to give a proper greeting. Nothing to it. I, had a little help from a friend, though. Well, 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 what did I tell you, eh? I knew you'd be a good influence on my Ronit. You've done for him what his own mother couldn't, and for that I'm deeply thankful. I never thought I'd see the day. It's the oddest thing. After I managed the first the hi-ho, the next one came easier. And now I never want to stop. Well, I'm guessing you've got places to be. Just be sure to come back and visit sometime. Not that I'll be lonely or anything. See you soon, Claire. Alright, so we learned the whole trick too. Here we go. Alright, and la-hi-ho to you all too. Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're about to continue on with the final series of little quests that we have here in Kholusia. So we're going to speak to Ronit one more time. The quest is called Ronit to the Rescue. Ronit looks pleased to see you. Yeah, for once. Claire, I was hoping you'd come back to see me. La-hi-ho. La-hi-ho. After you left, I said a la-hi-ho to every soul I could find, and now the whole village has started talking to me. A couple of the lads are even helping me to invent some new automaton. I am well on my way to becoming the most famous smithy in Tomra. If I'm to be a truly legendary blacksmith, there's just one thing I'm missing. A good drop of grog! It ain't that Tomra's brews are bad, but if I could get my hands on extra fine fermented beverage, then I reckon my work would really take off. Well, you're a bit young for that one, buddy, aren't you? So, any idea where I might find a barrel of the good stuff? Right, Ale. This drink once put their village on the map, eh? Well then, I'd best take a trip down to the cliff and have a chat with their leader. You're coming with me, ain't you? Well, seeing as how you barely survived the village, I really don't think that's a good idea to leave you alone. Okay, so this quest is actually joining forces with, like, all the people that we met in the previous quests. And I don't know, I really like the idea of these little quests. They're just adorable. So I think we're going to be meeting up with those other two. Oh, okay, this is gonna help us kind of find a way to bring that ale back to right? Yeah, I know what I said. So, they need help trying to kind of bring everything kind of back to thriving. And I think Ronit might find some kind of invention to help. Maybe he'll give them, like, these giant frog automatons that kind of help out. Alright. I just realized that this little village has a etherite, and I completely forgot about that. Oh well.
A dwarf visitor? How unusual.
Feels like everyone's staring at me. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea? Well, too late now. Well, look who it is.
Claire, how wonderful to see you again.
Since last you were here, I've been officially appointed as Mayor of Right. As such, my days have grown busy with visits to neighboring settlements to reacquaint myself with the region's policies. My old bones protest at the exercise, to say naught of the strain upon my rusty faculties.
Speaking of visits, I see you have arrived with a companion.
I'm Ronit of Tomra Village. Don't think just because I'm smaller than you that I mean... Hi-ho!
The hi-ho? Oh, I've heard of this. It's a traditional dwarven greeting, is it not?
I see. Well, let us not ignore the customs of our guest. Hi-ho!
The hi-ho!
Not bad for first-timers, not bad at all. Everyone's happy when their Lahai-Hos gets a Lahai-Ho. Now, let's see a barrel of your tastiest grog. Oh, buddy, it doesn't work like that. I beg your pardon?
I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, I think that was kind of my fault. Well, I'm afraid we're still struggling to improve the fertility of the land itself. As yet, we're unable to grow barley of sufficient quality and quantity to brew the ale for which we were once famous.
It's a matter of trial and error at this point. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Here now, what's with the sour faces? You just need something to liven up the soil, am I right? You've some experience with cultivating fields, Master Ronit.
Oh, not exactly, but I think I might be able to help all the same.
Come on, Claire, we need to make a quick trip back to Tomra.
Can he truly help us feed our fields? Sounds too good to be true.
No idea what Master Ronit's plans might be, but with you involved, we can at least rest easy that not bad will come of them. Well, it's nice to know that they think highly of me. Alright, this time let's just teleport back. Ugh, what's with the weather around this place? It's always storming or cloudy. What the heck? Okay, back at the village, so let's see what Ronit has to say.
About time you showed up. See, I remember something Ismoot once told me. Ismoot, can you tell me that story about enmity again? The bit about trading goods? The villagers in Right are having trouble growing crops in their scratchy fields, and I wanted to do something to help. You're thinking about the rock prostate we used to trade to Yulmore?
Rock frost freights? And that's the fertilizer, is it?
Aye. Crushed into small bits, you can spread it over a field to enrich the soil. But the old seam was mined out years ago, and I've not heard if we've come across another.
That sounds perfect. You know, aside from there not being any left, no one kept a stockpile then?
Well, they might still have a chunk or two over in Enmity, and that's where the old trading house used to stand, neutral ground and all.
Right, to Amity I go. I suppose you'd best come along. Just say it, Ronette. You like us.
That boy's come a long way in a short time, and I have a good idea why. Our Ron is lucky to have a friend like you.
Alright, let's go from here. I feel like I've gone from kind of a French accent with her, like a hint of a French accent, to more of a Southern accent here. I've been practicing that accent just to see if I could, and, well, it seems like it's doing better anyway. Let me know what you think. Alright, so let's go off to a mini and get what little samples are probably left. Okay. Now that's a throw, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Hi-ho. Well, now if it isn't one of them thralls come to visit, and I find the hi-ho to you, sir. I've come looking for rot phosphate. I just need a handful, assuming you've got any. The yellowish fertilizer stuff? Reckon we had some stashed away someplace. Might be as you'll find a hunk of it hiding in one of the old trading crates. Go ahead and take a handful if that's all you want. I can just have it? That's very kind of you. I guess it's not really important to them. Phew, I'm glad you were here. Still a bit nervous greeting outsiders. Anyway, let's get to cracking open some crates. Keep an eye out for anything yellow and lumpy. Oh, I got so much to say to that. But there might be children watching, so I'm not gonna. Okay, looking through the crates then. There we go. Oh, and there's Crystal. Find a small chunk of yellow-hued stone. Appears to match the description of rock phosphate. Alright, let's go find Ronette. Any luck on your end? Alright, rock phosphate, a yellow-hued material that can be crushed and spread on a field as effective fertilizer. Awesome. Just look at that color. This has to be the stuff. Now I've got a good-sized sample, I can build an automaton to sniff out a new steam of phosphate. This will be one of my best inventions yet. While I'm throwing that together, I need you to head back to Wright and tell those folk to meet me on the west side of Tomra. I'll make sure everything's assembled and ready before you arrive. Okay, and since this is going to be the last quest that we'll have here for a little while, let's go ahead and just fly back down, tell them what's going on, and let them know that it's okay, and they don't have to be scared that Ronet's going to do anything. I don't think he could pull it off like any kind of tricks here. So let's head back down. This is actually kind of scary, flying down like this. But it looks so fun. Wish I had a cloud to fly on. Don't mind me, when I'm happy I tend to say just the weirdest stuff. Mineral fertilizer, you say? The name does sound vaguely familiar. You've experimented with all manner of compost over the years. I'm willing to try anything to rejuvenate our fields. I wonder if another seam of this precious rock can still be found. We can but put our faith in Master Ronette. Come, let us not be late for our meeting. Alright, so time to fly straight back up, unfortunately. Oh yeah, fall down. Oh yeah, fly down, then fly right back up. But I'm sure it'll be alright. He would have found the ore by now, and they can go ahead and rejuvenate the fields. And given how fast crops happen to grow in this particular game, I don't think they need to worry about waiting too long to get the ale up and going. Oh my god, a mug of ale sounds good right about now. It's still very hot in summer where I am, so a nice frothy drink sounds good. Doesn't even have to be ale, it just has to be cold. Oh good, I just finished testing my new model. Behold, the mineral finding marvel that is the Orehound Ogre. Such a colorful name. And this contraption is meant to sniff out phosphorates for us, is it? You just watch and see. Biz click, sensors activated. Doesn't look very yellow to me. Is that what I think it is? Astonishing. You invented a servant to not only track down rock phosphorate, but also carve it out and cart it back? How did you accomplish such a feat? You learn a thing or two when you aim to be the best damn blacksmith this village ever saw. I thought that trundling bucket of bolts would lead me to you, young Ronnet. Oh, look who it is! The eldermost elder! Ah, you must be Chief Axmont. I am Saluk, Mayor of Right. Master Ronnet here was just... No need to explain. Zilmut already told me everything. Seems you've been working your beard thin for Right's folk and their harvesting woes, eh? Fine example of full diligence, my boy. And there I thought he was going to tell him off.
Master Ronnet, we are truly grateful for the lengths to which you have gone to assist us in our hour of need.
Now, hold on a moment. I'm only doing this so I can get some fine ale to drink. Ale? You're too young to drink, you snot-nosed stripling. What's wrong with admitting you're just trying to help? Yeah, well, you can't expect him to be going from a complete introvert to an extrovert overnight, mate. Chief Axmont, you can't say that straight out like that. I'm building an image here. Aw, such a cute little moment. With your permission, Chief Axmont, we should like very much to take this rock phosphorate back to our village. You have our promise that we shall put it to good purpose, and one day return the favor with our best barrel of right ale. That's a deal I can get behind. I think it's high time we thralls reopen trade with our neighbors. Just leave the delivery to me. But first I need to speak with my friends and build a few more orehounds. Did you hear that, sir? Instead of Talos, we shall soon have a line of automata rolling into the village. Once more, you have shown us the path forward. That is not the only thing that I must thank you for. I don't think I've enjoyed such a heartfelt laugh in many a moon. I bless the day you came into our lives and changed our fate for the better. This kindness will not be forgotten. And I could say much the same. I'd still be alone with my automata if you hadn't come along when you did. All them folk who gave me wary frowns now greet me with a smile. Well, I best be headed off. If I'm to be known as Master Ron, the greatest blacksmith who ever lived, then I still got plenty of work to do. I'll be seeing you, Claire. Hi-ho to you, too. Aw, that's adorable. Alright, well everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I think going to take a long break here and get something to drink. I'm just dying of thirst here. But yet, those are the special side quests that we have here in Kholusia. So join me next time where I think that we're going to be paying a little visit to, I think either the Great Wood or Amber Ring. Oh well, one of the two. We'll find out. Anyway, thank you all so much again, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!